So for my raid 3, my mythology is Norse mythology, and here are the articles that I found that are going to help me with this project. So first one is a website, just general information about Norse mythology. Gave me like information on Vikings, where they came from, um, how they viewed their religion, the gods, and pretty much like different like tales within the in Norse mythology. And the second one, there's a little more detailed of like information, and there's a book called Norse Mythology: Legend of Gods and Heroes, which gives a little more details into certain gods and like actual tales of with heroes in them, and it also gives information on how the gods were worshipped by the Vikings or Scandinavians. For my third source, I found this is more talking about how Norse mythology has impacted our culture. And it was a website pretty much talking about how you can see Norse mythology in movies, books, video games, and anything of the sort like that, from the obvious of like the movies like Thor, and but there's also references to how like the book The Lord of the Rings has influence to Norse mythology. And there's another interesting article I found about how Norse mythology could be related to tourism. And with that, it was pretty much going over how within Norse mythology and the people who would practice it, like the Vikings, they were always like nomadic, moving around, and like there was cases of many gods within having tales of them like moving around, like Odin, for example, was constantly moving around trying to find information, and this article found um, the author kind of related to how that movement, how that main idea of always constant movement that was present in Norse mythology can be related to how we are with tourism today. So I kind of found that article a little interesting, how Norse mythology could have impacted our culture in the day. And the last source I found was a crash course video. And really, the crash course video kind of like pretty much dummied down a lot of the stuff for me, because it is at a time it was like a lot of information, going through, and crash course video kind of helped explain through like Norse mythology and like how the Vikings were seen and everything. Because like one thing I found out was how the Christians pretty much wrote a lot of the religion after the Vikings. So that's why a lot of it, like the Vikings and the religions, kind of like demonized because of how the Christians viewed the the Vikings and pretty much Norse mythology. So those were the sources I found for my mythology, and that will conclude my raid 3. Thank you.